for this video project, we're starting off with this graph. I found this graph off of Delta Math, and we're going to be talking about all the points on the graph. There's too much sun. Okay, so we know that this graph opens up because of this curve shape. It's going up. If it opens down, it would look more like this. The x-intercept is when it crosses over this x line. So the x-intercept would be 2, 0, and 6, 0. Notice that the x-intercepts always have an output of 0. Y-intercept has a input of 0. So this is why this y-intercept has an input of 0. So 0, 12 is where it crosses the y-axis all the way up here. The vertex is the lowest point of the graph. It's also the middle of the slope. So that's also how we know the vertex, and that gives us the axis of symmetry. This line is directly down the middle of the slope of this curve, or parabola is another word for it. Okay, here we go with the equation. We have y equals x squared plus 8x plus 15. So we could factor this by finding what could multiply to 15 but add to 8. And from that we got 3 and 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8, but 3 times 5 is 15. So that's how we got this. This is another example. We know that this opens up because this x squared is positive. We know that the x-intercept is -5 because these cancel what we got for a factor. And in order to get the x-intercept, we need to make sure, like it says here, that the output is 0. Output is 0. So for that, we need to figure out from 5, how do we get to 0? That's -5. So -5, 0, -3, 0. Same for here. Our x-intercept is when we multiply to this, all of these go away because x squared times 0 is 0, 8 times 0 is 0. So we're left with 15. So this is our y-intercept, 0, 15. That's also how we know our vertex. So our vertex, that's where we got it from. Plugging it into this, the R1 is -1 is what we got when we plugged this into this. Okay, so the axis of symmetry, same thing. It's the same as the first plot of the vertex, same way here. Vertex for axis of symmetry 4. So moving on to the chart. Okay, moving on to the chart. Here we have our inputs and our outputs. All of this, right away, we know what is our y-intercept when we look at the input row. Which one has a 0? That's going to be our y-intercept. We have 0, 3. Here it is. Vertex is found in the center of the repeating numbers. So the repeating numbers are 3s, and our 4 is our vertex. Our 4 is the vertex for all of them, coincidentally. So that is our vertex because it's in the middle of these two repeating numbers. Y-intercept, we know has an output of 0. So 0, here it is. It's -1, 0. Another 0, 3, 0. Those are our x. Those are x's because they have an output 0. Vertex, we know that this is straight from the middle. So same thing like we did in the last one. Bring this down into here, this box. I forgot to put the thing in the back. And this is our quick last explanation. x-intercept has an output of 0, and y-intercept has an input of 0. That's it for the video.